of you awesome and amazing people, and welcome back to the Grounded Iceberg. All the entries in this iceberg are from my own personal research, so if I get anything wrong, please let me know in the comments below. And for the rest of you, please do check out the pinned comment for extra information. Thank you so much for watching and enjoy the video. Child experimentation and murder. This entry, I believe, relates to the bones and scabs found around the yard. There's speculation that's been going around the community for a while regarding what the previous children have had to go through. The milk carton with the missing kids on it, which are a little nod to the developers of the game, has created a lot of speculation. Users on Reddit have talked about the possibility of either Wendell or Ominent being involved in child experimentation and ultimately murder. 1.3 Door Easter Egg. In the 1.3 update, there was a secret door located on the map that was located just above the pond on a concrete wall around the upper perimeter of the pond. My guess is that this was an early rendition of a lab that was going to be located in the upper yard, but I don't think it can be your early pond lab entrance because the pond lab was already included in the 1.3 update. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Door clip / fling. This relates to a bug that was patched out in a later update. The player would be able to climb on top of a door, and when closing the door, it would launch the player across the map with insane speed. This clip shown from Reddit user KoolAidMan750 shows the bug in action. Animal fur. I couldn't find anything on this anywhere, but I could speculate this relates to the community wanting different animals that would drop animal fur to craft better armor and weapons. Maybe this was something the devs wanted to add at some point, but I have no idea. If you have any information, please let me know in the comments. Boxing gloves. The ant boxing gloves were supposed to be added in the game but were never implemented. They were a cut weapon seen in the early demo builds. The ant boxing glove had a description of sock 'em and bop 'em, and this would have added to the fist build. It was a tier 1 weapon. It was most likely cut for basic fist attacks like the power droplet. Muscle sprouts are steroids. I couldn't find anything directly saying this, but I do believe this theory has a base to stand on. The muscle sprouts are used as a base in the beefy smoothies, and it can be eaten as a snack, however it will damage the player upon consumption. This can lead people to believe that this may be a steroid as it can hurt the player when ingested. The beefy smoothies can apply more healing when consumed. I'm no doctor, but if you have any information on this entry, please let me know in the comments. Cricket. The only evidence of this bug ever being shown in the game is a cut item, raw cricket meat, only visible using external cheats. All other information of this creature is unknown, and according to the Grounded Wiki, that's all the information on this creature. Water Strider. The Water Strider is an unfinished creature that was shown on a leaked developer build of the koi pond. They would be found on or around lily pads and lacked any AI. They were cut because they did not work as the developers intended. Their regression was harmless, environment was koi pond, and they would drop strider legs. Harpoon gun. This was an unimplemented weapon that would be used inside the koi pond on the spiders and underwater enemies. Maybe when using this weapon, you could take out the koi fish and get more sunken bones and scales. However, I don't really see a point in the developers giving the player the ability to kill the koi fish, since it adds a layer of horror to the koi pond that spiders and water fleas can't really live up to. The community really wanted this implemented, and I can see why. This weapon would have proved a lot of defense in the pond that we really don't have. Potato Chef behind the door. I can't find anything on the Potato Chef being behind any doors, but I can only speculate that some door found around the map, maybe the secret door in the previous entry, had a Potato Chef behind it when no clipping through it. If you have any further information on this, feel free to leave it in the comments below. Hedge Lab Surveyor Lever. In a previous update, there was a Surveyor lever located in the Hedge Lab. This, however, was moved because it was not important for the Hedge Lab. According to Howard the Duck 12 on the Obsidian.net forums, they moved it, but you still need to pull it to get the Resource Surveyor running. This was posted on November 21st, 2022, so it may be different now. Grounded Tattoo. I believe this entry relates to an individual who let a learning tattoo apprentice tattoo a Black Widow on their arm. They had posted it to the Grounded Game Reddit, quoting, "This little guy that reminded me of the Black Widow." Most of the comments were along the lines of, "Get it finished by a professional," or "Your friend needs more practice," or "How nice of you to let your friend practice on you." My opinion doesn't really matter here, but do what you want. Peeper Contest. This seems to be a reference to the streamer contest that involved prizes that was organized by JPG and assistance from similar Grounded community creators. All challenge attempts were needed to be live streamed. The rules were to peep and collect as many creature cards as possible in a 2-hour time frame. The footage from Tiny Pirate Game explains it well.
Calling all Grounded community streamers, get your peepers ready because starting Saturday, June 4th and running through next week until Saturday, June 11th will be a Grounded streamer challenge like nothing that's ever happened before, to offer up prize rewards for the top 3 competitors in this event. The rules are simple. You'll have 2 hours in a fresh start medium survival save to peep and collect as many creature cards as possible. Each card will be designated a point tally that's determined by the hearts found on the card. More hearts equals more points.
Leech. The leech was supposed to be added in the 0.4 update but was never added. They were cut due to them not working as the developers intended. They were angry, found in the pond's depths, and dropped leech sacks. They were found leaking out into the koi pond as their AI was not finished yet. They also struggled to swim in the water due to their AI not being fully implemented. Power Droplet Search. I do have information on the Power Droplet, but I am unsure as to what the search part of this entry could mean, but I'll do my best. The search of the Power Droplet is a quite interesting one, and it requires the player to get on top of a power cable to the Java-matic, through some leaves, and across a brick wall. It's an interesting search to get to the Power Droplet, but all of the images shown on screen are from the MMOTechWiki.com website. This Power Droplet can give the player Fury, which gives the player's fists a 25% chance to do an extra unarmed attack. Wicklow, Antrim, Limerick. These are all code names for the different Ant Queens and unimplemented Lizard Boss. These code names are used with all the bosses developed by the company Black Shamrock, with the Wasp Queen being Wicklow, the Cut Lizard Boss being Limerick, and the Red Ant Queen being Antrim. Old cut traps. I can't find specifics on the traps that were cut, but I know that old versions of traps were added to the early game demos and early access versions of the game. I know there was a tripwire that was added to the game but was later removed, but I couldn't find anything else on this. Any information on this from the Grounded veterans in the comments would be greatly appreciated. Sign Frame Contest. From August 31st to September 20th, 2023, there was a contest held by the Grounded developers that would be implemented in the game as in-game items that are currently available today. I had no idea that the signs in the game were made by the Grounded community. It's really cool that the developers did this, and I'm glad they're showing them off in the game. Strider Skates. These were going to be implemented along with the Striders, and to my speculation would be used to walk along the water's surface or to move faster along the water. Not much is known about these, but there are developer preview pictures found on artstation.com. If you have any more information on this, feel free to let everyone know in the comments. Your comments are appreciated. Shed. The shed is a location in the game that is not accessible. The inside, that is. The shed's inside is a piece of cut content due to it not being able to run on the Xbox. I'm not sure what this entry is referring to due to the simplicity of the entry and how broad the topic of the shed is, but I can inform you about the inside not being implemented. The inside of the shed would have housed earwigs and silverfish, and would have been a very large area in the game. It was removed, however assets can still be found in the game's files. Any more information on this, feel free to add it in the comments below. Dan the Hamster III's death. I think there's some confusion on how Dan the Hamster died, but the community speculates the skeleton located near the stone saying "Rip Dan the Hamster III." There's also gum that is found near the stomach that can be found near the skeleton, telling us whatever the creature may be probably died from ingesting gum. However, a Reddit user quoted saying it didn't die, it went to live on a farm up north. And I believe this is a way of him saying that it went to heaven. I hope so. Rest in peace, Dan. Gone too soon. You will be missed. And that concludes Tier 5 of the Grounded Iceberg. I hope you all enjoyed, and I apologize for the lack of information on this one. I really took my time researching as much as I can, and this is all I could find. I love you all, and I appreciate you all for watching. Have a great rest of your day.